So part of the group today, we want to talk about safety. Safety for ourselves. We want our families to know what to do just in case of emergency, just in case there's a shooting. If there is a shooting, have I really had this conversation with my family? A lot of times the perpetrator's not arrested, they're receiving threats or they're threatening their children.
I still be getting threats. I take it to the policeman and they like, you don't have enough evidence. But like I keep telling the police, y'all need to do y'all job, because if they don't do their job, eventually somebody's gonna come hurt down the line. The police never contact me. When I just lost my baby, 2017, the police ain't never contact me, still don't contact me. I call them every day, all day, since my baby been dead. They never calls me, never got a return call, none of that. It's just like, I just, basically with CPD, my hands up with them.
Sometimes our families don't believe in the justice system anymore because lack of faith. When you just want to go and solve your own loved one's murder and you know who did it, and the police can't do anything about it because they don't have enough evidence. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of homicide cases solved in Chicago.
I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't give up.
And our families want answers, and a lot of our families are still standing up, and they want justice for their loved one. Andy would be 31. Yeah. He'd probably be here with his son, probably be working, he'd probably be a chef. These are all these things he was doing. And I wish that he was here, you know, but he would have been a very handsome, vibrant young man with a lot of potential. I want that opportunity to speak to my son's shooter. People don't think about their loved one's killer the way I'm thinking about it because they were friends. It's different when you have a relationship with that person. That's on a whole nother level. He turned himself in with a lawyer. He walked away with a second-degree murder charge in 15 years. And he said it was an accident. My heart wants to believe it's an accident. You know, I have all these questions that I want to ask him. Why didn't you write me a letter? You know, why didn't you say you were sorry? Why didn't you call? I want to know why. Is he really sorry? Or how could you do that to your friend? But what am I going to say? Am I still going to be angry when I see him? He's out of prison now. Some white flowers. But the reality is I might not ever get those answers. I want to forgive. I mean, I've forgiven so many things that happened to me, but I won't forget it. Because the truth is, my son is gone. He will never bring him back. He'll never be forgotten, my son. And then there's a lot to this story. I have a grandson that I haven't met yet. So that would be some closure for me. He had him when he was 15, 16 years old, and I didn't find out till after my son was killed. And his father told me, you have a grandson? I'm like, oh. And I just couldn't believe it until I saw his picture, which is very difficult. He looks just like my son. And that'll be closure for me, because I have something of him. This hurt and love I have for my son will never go away, never. You know, there's no target date, expiration date where it says, by this time you should stop grieving, you should not cry. I've made progress, and we call it post-traumatic growth, and we call it learning how to carry it, learning how to live with it.
We come to the race against gun violence for many different reasons. There are people here today from different parts of the city, different positions, different experiences, but tonight we walk and we run as one. Tonight we focus on what we share in common and not what drives us apart. There are so many voices to be heard.
I'm living for my son. I'm living for him and what I believe in. I'm living for myself, for my grandkids. I want my grandkids to say, damn, my grandma did a lot. She experienced this and she's a survivor. I'm grateful. Really, I have a whole lot of gratitude to be aware, to be alive, to help other people like myself.